Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of N1 from the End Zone, episode 13. So, as I was saying, Nick Bosa was not the same Nick Bosa of old, mainly because he missed training camp because of the whole contract dispute and the whole drama that we now, with Brandon Ayuk's comments coming out with his girlfriend and her and his brother, to be completely honest with you, um, I hope John Lynch makes the right call, and I hope he gives him a deal similar to what we gave to Evo, maybe a little bit more considering that I guess the market has changed. But the reason why I do say that is because of the fact that Ayuk was an integral part of the offense this year, and I genuinely believe that with Ayuk in the offense, uh, we have two elite wide receivers with Devo and Ayuk, and Ayuk takes the pressure off of Devo in the wide receiving as a wide receiver because Devo is so versatile. We don't have to just rely on Devo on the passing game with Kittle. We have options, including CMC. So, uh, in order for us to repeat or go back to the Super Bowl and hopefully win it next year, please, John Lynch, please, Kyle, just make the right decision and just pay the guys. Just pay them. Go all in for the next 2 years. Literally go all in. Fuck the salary cap. We need to win now, like right now. Like I know we said this year was the year that we had the roster to do it, and we definitely did have the roster to do it. Do not get me wrong. We had the roster to do it this year. Um, but considering that Brock is still a year away from being eligible for a contract extension, let's go into this season all in and let's get ourselves a ring. Pay Brandon Ayuk. I trust that you guys will build the defensive line that like you guys always do every year. I believe having Nick Bosa in from day one is going to help with the defensive chemistry, especially if it's the second year under Steve Wilkes' defensive system. I believe there was definitely a transition going from Robert Sala to D'Amico Ryan to now Steve Wilkes because Robert Sala and D'Amico, D'Amico was under Robert Sala and he knew the style of defense that our team played. So the transition from Robert to D'Amico wasn't as big as everybody would think it would be. This year, we basically changed our entire defensive system under Steve Wilkes. Uh, it was essentially a brand new system, and one of our key pieces, which is Nick Bosa, wasn't in training camps or OTAs when key aspects were being put into place. So I believe next year defense is going to be better. If Steve Wilkes it does come back, I believe they're going to take a step forward. Um, I really hope I'm praying because my heart can't handle it anymore, ladies and gentlemen, that they don't go into next season with any off-season drama. Hey, Brandon, pay the guys that need to be paid. Go fucking all out. Fuck the salary cap. We need to win now, like right now. Like it's annoying. Like just being there like basically being like a step or two away every single fucking year is annoying. And if you guys are serious about this, like next year everybody needs to go into the season with a mission and on the same page. Spend all the money on medical resources because we know Brandon, we know Debo, we know George, we know our core, our elite players that are getting older, they are injury prone at this point in their careers. And if we want to make a run, we need to make sure that they're healthy when it matters the most. So please spend all the money you can on medical equipment, elite medical staff, training regimen, whatever you have to fucking do. Just spend it more. Fuck the Cowboys. We need the championship more than they do. I don't care. Like we're real contenders. We are in line. God damn, it's just so frustrating. Ah, so frustrating. Just being so close and not being able to fucking close the deal. Um, Our secondary is going to be fine next year with Hoof and Jair Brown. Uh, our I believe, what's it called? I believe Brock is going to take a step forward. He's only 27, 26, 27 games into his young career. He'll be able to read defenses a lot better. People forget that he came into the season with an elbow injury, so his arm wasn't fully at 100%. I don't care what anybody says. This wasn't the best Brock Purdy or the strongest Brock Purdy that we're going to see. Next year, his arm is going to be a lot healthier, and with a much healthier arm, and with another year under Kyle Shanahan's system, with the weapons around him, we're going to be competitive again if everybody can stay healthy. And even if we suffer a loss, I believe Brock will be since I believe Brock is a top 10, I personally believe he's a top 5 quarterback. People now can say he's a top 10 quarterback because of the way that he performed in the Super Bowl, because of the way he performed in this playoff. But the Super Bowl wasn't too big for him. He did what he had to do. It, literally, the defense and our kicker, when it mattered the most, didn't come through, and that's okay. That's okay. Uh, Jake Moody, I hope if he earns a spot on the team and Kyle and he earns our trust next year, he should be on the team. But if he doesn't, and you see early on, like in the preseason, that he's continuing to struggle, he shouldn't be on the team. I don't want to I don't want to take call for anybody's job, but we were seeing his struggles from preseason, and then when it mattered in the regular season against the Browns, he couldn't come through for us, and then we overcame it in the playoffs. But every playoff game, he missed an extra point or a field goal. So there is definitely trust that needs to be earned at that position because we definitely need to find the right kicker. We need to improve the offensive line, especially the right tackle position. I believe McKibben would be a better interior offensive lineman than he is a right tackle, and that hasn't been an right tackle hasn't just been an issue this year. It's been an issue since we've had McGlinchey. We need to find the right guy for that position, and we need to draft another running back so we can run a dual running back system like they run in Green Bay with AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. Maybe draft another. We need to draft a few offensive linemen because of the fact that Trent is also getting older, and we need to protect Brock. I don't want to go into the next year and have a repeat of what happened in 2020 when Jimmy got injured. We were on a roll. We were starting off like we were starting off, and Jimmy got fucking injured. I don't need that for Brock this year. I need a step forward from Brock. I need you guys. I need the Niners to fully go into the year all on the same page and with no contract drama and no contract disputes because it's fucking annoying how often these guys or how often this happens. Um, I'm sorry. It's just annoying how often we go into the season or I'm sorry, it's not annoying. It's annoying how we went into the season this year with the whole Nick Bosa situation, knowing that we were gonna pay him and that entire defensive chemistry this year was shit. It wasn't the same defense that we saw in the past, and I feel like if Nick Bosa had been there from day one, and if everybody had been on the same page from day one, we would have been in there. We would have. There would it would have been a significant difference. Um, but hey, we'll be back next year. This isn't prime Brock Purdy. I don't care what anybody says. Unless your name is Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelsey, or the Kansas City Chiefs in general. Well, yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. Unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs with the second or the one of the three greatest quarterbacks of all time, because it's a like you can argue for Joe, you can argue for Tom, you can argue for Mahomes, you can pick your poison, whoever you want. But unless you're one of the three greatest quarterbacks with one of the five greatest head coaches of all time, you can't beat us in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Like at least in the NFC, you guys aren't a match for us in the playoffs. AFC, we've only seen Mahomes, but he, it's Mahomes, it's Kelsey, it's Reed, it's Chris Jones. Shit hurts. But yeah, no, I strongly believe if we go back there and we face anybody else, I thought if facing the Chiefs we were gonna pull it off this time too. And we damn near pulled it off, but our fucking defense and it's okay. We'll be back. We will be back. I believe. Stay faithful. Love my Niners till the end of time. Please, 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 John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan in front office. Pay the men that need to be paid. bring back the talent that needs to be brought back, and let's go into the season next year. Everybody on the same page. Let's invest in medical equipment. Let's invest in the medical staff. Let's make sure everybody's healthy. Let's invest in talent, young talent that can be developed and help the roster throughout the year. So we don't have to necessarily rely on McCaffrey the entirety of the season. We can rely on a dual running back system. We have options. I believe I gotta stay faithful and I rock with my team till the end of time. So bang bang Niner gang till the end of time, and God, God, that one hurt.